Joining us now with more, Kevin Jackson. He's a Fox News contributor and a conservative radio host. Kevin, what do you make of that? I mean, Kareem's last point, pretty thoughtful that, some of these young men in these communities where we've seen these incidents happen need to be more respectful of the police, but the police need to think more about community policing and respect of in particular, the young black men who they pull over in so many of these incidents that we've seen go wrong.
Well, here's what I think about it. I think if you made all the cops who dealt with blacks in America black, you'd have the same problem. And then what would they say? They couldn't blame racism at that point. We haven't looked at the stats of how many of these kids that are killed by black cops. Most of the time in policing, they tend to put people of the same ethnicity in the same ethnic corridor. And, a lot of the things Kareem talked about until the last point, quite frankly, were ridiculous. Look, cops are not the problem here. To have that lady come speak when her son was a criminal who tried to kill a police officer is a travesty. It is a slap in the face to law enforcement, and there's no other way to talk about that. And the optics of this on the heels of two brutal police assassinations of 5 police officers in Dallas and 3 in Baton Rouge, and all going on all around the country is quite frankly, it would be frightening. It is frightening thinking that Hillary Clinton would do this. They didn't have a single person, a police officer's wife or husband, who was killed in the line of duty is some sort of a balance to this. Pardon me?
They had police officers appear, but not the families of the fallen.
I'm talking about the family members of cops who were killed. They didn't have any blacks who were killed by other blacks that had to come tell those tragic stories. In 2015, 6,000 black people were killed, and the majority of them were killed by other blacks. Did they tell any of those tragic stories? When I was in Cleveland that weekend before, there was a 2-year-old kid that got shot in a drive-by. Did they bring that family up to talk to them? Look, the police officers are under tons of scrutiny, and the criminals in this country are under very little scrutiny. And to pander, what that Democrat convention is, what's happening right now, Megan, is they are pandering to blacks. This is not helping the situation one bit. It's making it more dangerous for blacks.
Do you think this costs the Democrats politically? Take it out of sort of the race relations discussion, but do you think politically this costs the Democrat the vote in the police officer community, that Donald Trump will win saying, I am the law and order candidate, I'm with you?
Absolutely. The many police officers who were in Cleveland, by the way, no blacks got killed by them, and I was one of them, and there were many others. But, they are upset beyond belief because they know they have a target on their back. But I also believe it's costing their votes in the black community because our neighborhoods need policing. And it has nothing to do with the fact that blacks are bad people. It has to do with the fact that, unfortunately, because of liberal policies, we are prone to more criminality just because of the way that we've been cordoned into these neighborhoods and don't have opportunities and jobs and many of the things that the Democrats are going to pander more to. If they gave us real opportunity, you'd see these kids wanting to go to work and you'd see a change in this. But what Hillary Clinton and the Democrats are doing, quite honestly, is scandalous and it's shameful.
Kevin, great to see you. Always a pleasure.